Thank you for logging on to this broadcast on wellscountyvoice.com. Since the onset of COVID-19, we have all had to experience social distancing. And this is true with high school sporting events. Our school administrators are doing their best to keep our kids, teachers, administration, and their families healthy. We are honored to be a part of the solution to contain and overcome this, as well as promote our student athletes. We wouldn't be able to bring this broadcast to you if it wasn't for our sponsors you hear throughout the broadcast. Please shop their businesses, use their services, and tell them thank you.
On the campus of Norwell High School, it's opening day in Ossian alongside Alex Howard, Derek Decker, and it is a gorgeous afternoon here for baseball. 76 degrees here ahead of first pitch. It's sunny. There's a bit of a breeze, but shouldn't be too impactful today. And, Alex, there's no better words than play ball here in April as we get set for baseball here at Norwell.
Yeah, no better words after the pandemic shut us down last year. It's good to be back out here at the field here at Norwell. Dave Goodmiller has done a great job getting this thing ready. New sod on the infield. Looks great.
Well, it's the third year for Dave Goodmiller, but only his second season after the 2020 season was taken away. First game for either one of these two teams in almost 2 entire calendar years. Norwell went 16-6 and finished 5-2 in the Northeast 8. A brief exit in the 2019 tournament and a loss to Marion at the sectional quarterfinals, 2-0. South Adams comes in today, Alex, ranked number 3 in Class 2A. Brad Buckingham has got this squad rolling again, and a lot of high expectations for this group ahead of this year.
Yeah, this is a group that features 4 sophomores up here today, and you'll get a good look at them today. But this is a group that has some potential. They have potential to hit the ball well. Pitching is going to be lacking. We've talked about that. So we'll have to see how that pans out.
Yeah, well, thanks so much to our sponsors here ahead of our season opener here. We're happy to be back along with you here for baseball. There's nothing that I want to do more than baseball, and I love it sitting out here, especially you get a day like today when you're in the mid to upper 70s. It's sunny. We don't get this many days all spring, and to have this as a season opener. I went back through the mothballs and tried to find any day that might have been warmer than this one, and I couldn't find it. This is by far the warmest. Let's join public address announcer Jeff Kokenauer for tonight's starting lineups.
The Starfires are coached by Brad Buckingham, Craig McKean, and Jim Buckingham. Let's meet the starters. Leading off, playing shortstop, number 7, Aiden Warner. Batting second, the catcher, number 5, A.J. Dull. Batting third, the starting pitcher today for the Starfires, number 8, James Arnold. Batting fourth, the first baseman, number 17, Adam Messer. Batting fifth, the third baseman, number 6, Tim Davidson. Batting sixth, the left fielder, number 29, Nick Miller. Batting seventh, in center field, number 14, Trayton Shaw. Batting eighth, the designated hitter, number 23, Dominic Kahn. He'll be batting for the right fielder, number 14, Colin Subler. And batting ninth at second base, number 19, Connor Young. And now let's meet the starting lineup for your Norwell Knights. The Knights are coached by Mr. Dave Goodmiller. He's assisted by Jamie Feldheiser. Leading off, playing catcher, number 11, Eli Riley. Batting second in center field, number 12, Luke Graft. Batting third at shortstop, number 6, Rocco Haynes. Batting fourth, the starting pitcher today, number 26, Brody Bola. Batting fifth at first base, number 5, Josiah Leiter. Batting sixth in left field, number 2, Crew Bustle. Batting seventh at second base, number 17, Luke McBride. Batting eighth at third base, number 13, Leighton Bailey. And batting ninth in right field, number 16, Paul Morgan. And now, ladies and gentlemen, would you please rise? Gentlemen, kindly remove your caps as we honor America and those who serve and protect it with the playing of our national anthem.
First pitch right after this.
I'm Dr. Josh Bell from Corrective Chiropractic in Bluffton. My goal with chiropractic treatment is to make you feel and function better by providing neurostructural corrections to help put your spine back into alignment, to strengthen your nerve system, and to relieve nerve pain. We strive to help you heal and stay healthy for years to come. Our full-service chiropractic team in Bluffton provides corrective exercises, lifestyle advice, along with spinal and postural screenings.
Hi, I'm Dr. Nick Altair, and I'm proud to join the team here at Corrective Chiropractic. Our goal is to figure out what is causing your pain and restore movement to the optimal level. From infants to older adults, chiropractic is a safe way to manage growing pains and other body trauma. Did you know that chiropractic care can strengthen your overall immune system? Give us a call at 260-353-1400. Chiropractic care can help you on your journey to the best version of you.
Corrective Chiropractic, 360 North Main Street, Suite A, Dutch Mill Plaza, Bluffton, Indiana.
Bluffton Roofing Incorporated prides themselves on developing a long-term relationship with their customers, listening to their needs and suggesting the proper course of action, be it preventative maintenance, repair, or replacement. Bluffton Roofing and owner James Worth are GAF certified and are certified weather stopper roofing contractors. Bluffton Roofing is fully insured, protecting you and your home. Call 824-3564 or 307-6313. Bluffton Roofing Incorporated. Quality first home improvements.
Welcome back here to Norwell. We're just about set for first pitch here in Ossian as we get set to roll on a gorgeous afternoon for baseball. Do have a lot of festivities going on here today. It's a fantastic afternoon here at Norwell, and Savannah Feldheiser throwing out the first pitch, the daughter of assistant coach Jamie Feldheiser, who's been around the program for so long, but awesome to see a lot of festivities taking place once again here at the ballpark. Just so great to be back out here. This is a feeling unlike any other. Let's go ahead and get you the starting lineups then. We'll start with the South Adams Starfires. They'll start Aiden Wanner, the shortstop. He'll lead off. Batting second, the catcher, A.J. Dole. And hitting third is the starting pitcher, James Arnold. 4, 5, and 6, Besser, Davidson, and Miller. And then Schock, Kahn, and Young round out the Starfire starting lineup. For Norwell, left to right defensively in the outfield, it's Crew Bustle in left, Luke Graft in center, Bo Morgan in right, Leighton Bailey and Josiah Leidig at the corners, Rocco Haynes, Luke McBride up the middle, Eli Riley behind the dish, and the big fella Alex on the bump for Norwell, making his first career start as a varsity player. Brody Bolin, the sophomore, who is now a three-sport varsity athlete and a kid who's excited to get after it here this afternoon.
Yeah, Brody Bolin, an athlete with tremendous potential as only a sophomore, and it's exciting to see him get the first Hill appearance here at Norwell on opening day. We'll see if he can let it loose here.
This is a young team, Alex. A lot to learn here over the next couple of weeks as we get rolling in a fast-paced baseball season. It's always one of those things that you blink and it's over. So a lot of games packed into the next 7 weeks before we start the tournament, but looking to have a lot of fun here over the course of those weeks on The Voice, and happy to have a lot of our friends along with us for the broadcast as well. So we're going to have all kinds of fun. Spice things up this season. It's going to be a blast.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun, and Norwell gets a nice opportunity here with the game today, and then they don't play again until Friday.
That's
so
right.
You get a couple days here to iron out some of the things from today.
All right, so we're set to go. Aiden Wanner will step in. He's the right-handed hitter, kid who is a lengthy guy and steps in. South Adams is in the road gray today. Brody Bolin set on the bump. Winds and fires, and the first pitch is well outside for a ball. 5:20 is first pitch, and so we're about 20 minutes behind schedule. No other way to start the baseball season here at Norwell, but that's what we've got today. Austin Riggleman is the home plate umpire. Joe Platt on the bases today. The ball one from Bolin is another fastball that missed down. Bolin comes pretty much right over the top for this Norwell squad, but again, a lot to learn for this Norwell team in the home navy tops along with white pinstripe pants, navy pinstripes, and white lettering. It's outlined in Vegas gold. That's fouled away. 2 balls and a strike to the leadoff batter, Wanner. Really nice crowd has turned out to Norwell today for a mid-70s first pitch here in the first week of April. Could have asked for a better start. Bit of a breeze, 15 to 20 miles an hour blowing out today at Norwell, which is the common spot. There's strike 2 as he paints the black. Warner sets up at the back of the box for this Starfire squad. Came in number 3 preseason polls in Class 2A, 16-7 2 years ago. Finished 4-1 at the top of the ACAC. Both these teams competed for a conference title in 2019, but a lot of these stats don't carry over just because basically everybody starts with a clean slate. Payoff pitch here to the leadoff batter. Warner's down, and Bolin walks his first hitter he's faced as a varsity player.
Yeah, after a few strikes there in a row, I thought Brady Bolin was going to find a stride there, but the sophomore's still settling in here.
No doubt about that. A.J. Dull steps in now, the junior. The right-handed stick at the top of this South Adams lineup. Very average lead at first for Warner, the leadoff hitter. And the pitch misses high as Bolin has struggled to find the zone in the first couple of batters of the year here. This pitching staff is a huge question mark for this Norwell team over the course of the season. There's just not a lot of depth incoming. Now, that could change over the stretch of the year, but as of right now, that's the biggest outstanding question mark, at least in my mind. Swing and a miss by Dole to even the count. Warner a couple of steps away from first. Josiah Leidig making his first start over there at the corner for Norwell. Squaring to bunt is Dole, and he bunts it foul. And frustrated with himself as he taps the bat handle on the ground, and he's behind 1-2. Bolin trying to work ahead here. Arnold, then Besser for South Adams in the top of this first inning. Game 1 for Norwell. Eastbrook coming up later this week on the road down in Marion, the only other game for the Knights this week. Bolin checks the runner at first, blows it by Dole, and they throw a back pick to first and almost get Warner. A strikeout for Bolin sets down Dole for the first out of the inning.
Yeah, nice little back pick there by Eli Riley to Josiah Leidig. I think they would have had him if Josiah didn't have to turn all the way back around.
James Arnold in now from the left side. A tall, long-legged hitter for this Star squad, and the first pitch is a fastball at the knees. Fastball heavy from Bolin so far, and the last couple of pitches he's been able to find the zone a little more consistently. Struggled with the first hitter. Aiden Warner ran it full before reaching via walk on 6 pitches. 0-1 missed upstairs. Arnold set up at the back of the box as well. That pitch is down. He swung through it. Runner moving, and he is gone. Aiden Warner thrown out at second. Rocco Haynes making an acrobatic catch and a nice tag to swipe him from behind, and the bases are cleared away.
Yeah, real nice pop time there by Eli Riley to get Warner, who got a decent jump, and a good tag there by Rocco.
All right, so now all of a sudden base is empty, 2 out, and Bolin has a chance to face the minimum here in the top of the first. Bolin comes set. He's into the wind. The 1-2 pitch is an off-speed that's grounded foul, and Arnold stays alive. This is a South Adams team that typically has had a very disciplined and balanced approach at the dish. Norwell has not defeated South Adams in in fact, it has been 5 years. The last win they got was in 2016 as the 1-2 is fouled back. Norwell won that game 7-3 here at Norwell. Back in 2017, South Adams had an unfinished game here at Norwell that they were leading 2-0, 2 outs away from a victory before rain cut that game off, and it was never finished. And Arnold is down on strikes. Brody Bolin is 16-pitch first, and he faces the minimum. We're through a half an inning. The Knights coming to bat in a scoreless game on The Voice.
Nick Huffman, a Bluffton High School graduate, is ready to help you buy, sell, or build your dream home. If you're ready to start a new chapter in your life, now's the time. With historic low interest rates, houses are moving at lightning speed. Whether you need single-family, multifamily, agricultural, commercial, property management, mixed use, or land development, give Nick a call or text at 827-8255 or send him a message on Facebook at Real Estate by Nick Huffman. Nick is located at the Steffen Group at 107 West Market Street in Bluffton. His number again is 827-8255.
Home first here at Norwell. South Adams had the minimum come to the plate. Despite Warner reaching on a leadoff walk, he was gunned down at second via an Eli Riley seed to Rocco Haynes and a nice swipe tag applied. Norwell will look like this in the lineup today. Top third, Riley, Grafton, Haynes. Bolin, Leidig, Bussell in the middle. McBride, Bailey, Morgan to round it out. On the defensive side for South Adams, left to right of the outfield, Nick Miller in left, Trayton Schock in center, Colin Subler in right, Tim Davidson, Adam Besser on the corners, Aiden Warner, Connor Young up the middle, A.J. Dole handles the balls and strikes behind the dish, and James Arnold is on the hill today for South Adams. James is a kid that comes in as a senior, and this is a upperclassmen heavy South Adams team, although a lot of youth to work in as well, and still a lot of things to figure out for this Stars team. There's just so many question marks coming in, Alex. A situation that we've never seen before with a season off for everybody in the state. So again, as we mentioned, the first inning, basically the slate is wiped clean, and it really provides, in my opinion, a pretty level and even playing surface for all the teams across the state this year.
Yeah, the 2-year gap is definitely something that has been a hindrance for both teams. It's kind of leveled out a lot of this talent because you just don't know what you have. And especially for the sophomores, Norwell starting 4. South Adams has a few starting 2. You just never know what you're going to get from your sophomores because this is the first varsity contest at all.
Exactly, that's right. None of these guys have even played in a varsity game, none of the sophomores or freshmen until today. South Adams this is their first game as well. They've got 4 more this week, though, to lead off a packed opening week. They'll go to Winchester on Wednesday, which is tomorrow. Then they'll host Belmont on Friday night and a doubleheader against Union City on Saturday. Eli Riley leads things off here for Norwell in the bottom half of the first. And Arnold's first delivery is a fastball that is upstairs, missed just above the letters. And Riley is a guy that does have some varsity experience for this Norwell team. Played as a sophomore on the varsity squad and is a kid that will continue his baseball career at St. Francis. Just down the pitch from Arnold, and it's 2-0. A 16-pitch first from Brody Bolin with 10 of those strikes. He walked the leadoff batter, Warner, and then worked around him to face the minimum. 2-0 is smashed into center on a line, but it's right at Trayton Schock, who had him played perfectly. Hard contact for Riley, but that's the first down.
Yeah, Eli Riley being a good senior leader there. And really going after pitches early. It's a good piece early and right at him ball. Look for a good year of hitting for Eli Riley.
Yeah, interesting that Riley's in the leadoff spot, at least to start the season. We'll see how that evolves as the year goes on. Luke Graff turns on one on the first pitch and rolls it over to the second baseman. Quick speed, but he's out by half a step as Young flips to Besser for the second out. So quickly 2 gone on 4 pitches here for James Arnold in the first. It's nice to have fans out here again. It is nice to feel some sense of normality. We start to see that at the back end of basketball season, especially in the tournament, as Rocco Haynes steps in, the biggest kid on this Norwell team. That first pitch missed down from Arnold. Looked like he tried to throw a changeup, as Rocco has certainly a body to play at the next level. There's no doubt about that. A well put together kid. Ball 1 to Haynes, floats high for ball 2.
Yeah, Rocco Haynes is a tremendous athlete, and even being around the school during the day, Coach Gerber always says, "I wish you would have played football." And
he's got that body.
Yeah, he's just got a athletic body for just about any sport he wanted to play.
Ground ball to short. This should complete an easy inning. A little bit of a bobble. Throw to first, though, is in time, and Haynes is out by half a step. That's a 7-pitch first for Aiden Warner. And we are through 1 here at Norwell as we head to the second. No score in Ossian.
He's going to have sibling rivalry, and it's no different with the Heidi brothers. They went and built 2 dealerships right next to each other and filled them up with new Chevys, Jeeps, Buicks, Chryslers, Dodge Rams, and more. And some of the best late-model pre-owned vehicles around, just so they could compete for your business with service, selection, and price. The choice is yours. Heidi Automotive Group in Bluffton, just 20 minutes south of Fort Wayne.
Back here at Norwell, as both starting pitchers face the minimum in the first inning, a 16-pitch first from Bolin, 7 from Arnold. Contact on all 3 hitters for Norwell, but Brody Bolin faced a little bit more adversity, struggled a little bit to find the zone to lead things off anyway. And he will face the middle third. Besser, Davidson, Nick Miller for South Adams here in the top of the second. Moving right along here at Norwell on opening day 2021. Hope everything's okay on your end. By the way, if you have anybody that's finding difficulty streaming today, head on over to the IHSAA Champions Network, which we are a proud partner of now, as well as a always and a longtime member of the Voice Sports Network. First pitch from Bolin in the second is downstairs as it bounced up there. Bolin has had a little bit of trouble controlling the fastball here in his first varsity start. He's used that fastball on the majority of his 17 pitches. Besser, a senior for this Stars group. A couple of seniors at the top of the lineup for South Adams. Norwell does not have the same level of senior contributors. Eli Riley, of course, in there. Rocco Haynes in there as well. And Crew Bustle starting today in left field. That's at the knees and on the corner for a strike. 2-1 to Besser. Besser, then Davidson and Miller for the Stars. Wave and a miss as he handcuffed Besser and went chasing on a pitch that was up in the zone. 2-2. Well, Bolin has shown the ability here early on at least to get some swings and misses, but the control has been an issue. But there's another ugly looking swing from the cleanup hitter Besser, and it's Bolin's second strikeout.
Yeah, that's big for the sophomore starter. Get a couple Ks early here and get some confidence going.
Third strikeout, pardon me. Tim Davidson steps in now, third baseman for South Adams. Leadoff walk for Warner. Got things rolling in the top of the first for South Adams. It's always great to see a bunch of people at the ballpark here today.
Nice.
Slap back, that's right. As Davidson fouls it out of play. Bit of a breeze blowing out on this 76-degree afternoon here in Ossian. Although, again, the wind has calmed down considerably since we arrived at the park here earlier this afternoon. South Adams is an interesting group because they have had a couple of really solid squads as the 1-1 misses down. They were defeated in the regional championship back in 2018 after a 28-3 season, but could not advance past the regional round. Lost in the sectional in 2019 to Bluffton to end their season. 2-1 is fouled away and towards third. But back-to-back ACAC championships for the South Adams team. Norwell looking to compete once again for the NE8. Their last title came in 2018. It was a shared one as they defeated East Noble on Senior Day and went 6-1. Flown softly out of play, and Davidson stays alive. Again, Winchester tomorrow for South Adams on the road, starting with back-to-back road games. South Adams 6-2 away from home in 2019. Fastball grounded foul, and a nice at-bat here for Tim Davidson. Bases are still empty, neither team with a hit. The only base runner a walk from Warner to lead off the contest here this afternoon. Norwell went 1-2-3 in the bottom of the first. Got underway about 20 minutes behind schedule here this afternoon as the 2-2 is high. Could not get Davidson to chase, and this has really turned into a nice quality at bat. 4 foul balls from Davidson. And here comes pitch number 8 of the at-bat in the payoff variety. Fastball lifted high in the air to left. Looks like it'll be foul, drifting towards the line, and it will drop foul by about 4 or 5 feet. Pretty deep, did not have home run distance. And it dropped harmlessly outside of the Norwell bullpen. 3:15 down the lines here at Norwell, 375 in the alleys, and slightly farther to straightaway center, just shy of 380. It looks really nice. We were talking about the wood screen earlier today. A blue windscreen from foul pole to foul pole here at Norwell this year. The 3-2 once again. Outside the zone, and a good eye by Tim Davidson. 9-pitch walk, and he is aboard here with one away.
Now here's the sophomore pitchers where, you see the composure of Brody Bolin. Let's see what he has after a long at-bat there.
Well, Brad Buckingham already put the wheels on Warner, and he was thrown out by Riley for the second out in the top of the first inning. Miller's got good size as well. Stands in as the right-handed hitter. Fastball down. And, again, while Bolin has had his moments so far, he's struggled to establish any kind of rhythm on the mound. Again, that's a hard thing to do when nobody's played baseball in 2 years. Obviously, travel ball happened post-June last summer, when the high school season was taken away. There's a pitch right at the knees for strike. Schock waits on deck, the center fielder. Miller is starting in left. Then the designated hitter Dominic Kahn after that. 1-1 is stabbed at on a bunt, and it's fouled out of play. Bit of an awkward-looking bunt attempt there from Nick Miller.
That's the second time South Adams has attempted the sacrifice bunt there with one on.
Bolin fires in the 1-2. It's high, back pick to first. Again, safely back in there's Davidson, but not by a lot. Davidson almost got caught napping again. Warner was in a similar position in the first inning. And Riley and Leidig look locked in. Leidig has done a nice job to this point over there. First, though, hasn't been tested much outside of the back picks. That's sliced foul out of play towards a vehicle. Well, I think we've had the smarts not to park in that parking lot over the years. Apparently, somebody in the press box does not quite have that intuition. It is playing the game. It keeps you on your toes. And a awkward swing again from Nick Miller as he was well behind the fastball. And Bolin has had strikeout stuff here early on. 2 out here in the top of the second. Tim Davidson reached on a walk. The only 2 base runners to reach so far this afternoon have been via the walk. And Schock steps in with the black sleeve along his left arm. And kind of an all-arm swing to poke that one out of play. Spring sports getting underway here at Norwell this year. Tennis action going on out beyond the left field wall. Down and out for the first ball. But the weather has been spectacular here the last couple of days. Expect that to continue for the next week. And then we're back into a normal-ish pattern of 50s and 60s, which is still not a lot to complain about. Rolled him over, ground ball. Bolin gave a shot at it. Instead, it rolls right to Rocco Haynes, and he flips it to second, where Luke McBride stands on the bag for the third out. Side is retired, a walk, but nothing else for South Adams to the home second. No score in Ossian.
Soaring high above, exploring our planet. Professional timepiece designed to take flight. Citizen ProMaster. Go beyond.
Daniel's Jewelers on North Main Street in Bluffton, where personal service and trust become part of the memory.
Back here at Norwell, it'll be the middle third for the Knights. It was 3 consecutive outs, a 3-up, 3-down inning in the bottom half of the first. Bolin, Leidig, and Krug Bussell. Bolin gets his first crack at the dish, and we know this is where this kid has the potential to really do some damage.
Yeah, Bolin carries a lot of power in those legs and the arms, and I think I saw a video of him power lifting like, I don't know, 4 something or 5 something. I don't know, something ridiculous for a sophomore in high school. So this kid has a lot of power behind him, and he brings the bat with it. So it'll be interesting to see how he hits this season for power.
James Arnold had just a 7-pitch first, very snappy. Got 3 guys to roll over in that first inning, and Arnold looks like he's already settled in here on this beautiful afternoon.
Yeah, I look for the Knights to be a little bit more patient this inning in their approach and see a couple more pitches here from Arnold.
Yeah, remember we were talking to Brody about the team approach earlier today, and it carries an aggressive but reasonable approach at the dish. A belt-high fastball for strike 1 to Bolin. But, again, this is a team that wants to have a good mentality at the plate, wants to work the count, especially after a 7-pitch first. That's away for ball 1 to Bolin. Brody, 39 pitches through 2. It's been a... Oh, there's a slap into left. That will drop in front of Nick Miller for a base hit. It caromed off his left shoulder, but he stayed in front of it. It'll keep Bolin to a single. And the ball bounces away on the infield. Not far enough for Bolin to advance. First hit of the day as Brody Bolin leads off the second with a single.
Yeah, nice little swing there and to get himself the first hit of his varsity career, high school career. And he's now being courtesy ran for by Eli Johnson, excuse me.
So the courtesy runner there, Eli Johnson, a junior and a state championship participant in wrestling, semi-state champion. That's outside for ball 1. But Leidig is here now, and we were just talking about Bolin's ability. It was a nice drive into left for the first hit of the contest here this afternoon. Johnson antsy over there at first, but is staying put for the moment. That's downstairs, blocked by A.J. Dole behind the dish.
Hey, let's go, James.
Arnold stares in. Johnson rocking back and forth ahead of first. And there's the balk. We were just talking about it. And, boy, Arnold has a lot of movement up there on the bump. And he is hit with the balk. And that puts a runner into scoring position with nobody out.
Hey, you're good, James. Good kid.
There's a strike at the thighs. 2 balls and a strike to Josiah Leidig here. Johnson stands out there at second, the only threat for either team to reach scoring position thus far after the leadoff single from Bolin. The 2-1 pitch is lined towards third, staying fair. Gloved by Davidson, and again, kept it in play, but had no chance to make a play on the runner Leidig. It's a base hit for Leidig, and now 2 men aboard with nobody out.
Yeah, good scoring opportunity here for the Knights with 2 ducks on the pond and nobody out. Nice swing there by Josiah Leidig, getting around on the baseball, ripping it to third. Tough play for the third baseman.
And the left-handed stick, Crew Bustle, will walk into the box. Where's number 2 and one of the seniors on this Norwell team. And kind of jumping at that first pitch, and it sailed high and tight. And Norwell working ahead here. McBride waits on deck for this Norwell team. I think the bottom of the order is more intriguing than the top. I mean, we know a lot about what we're going to get from the top of the lineup. He squares to bunt and pops it up, and it is caught. And now Norwell's going to have to get back, and they will. But a diving catch made by A.J. Dole in fair territory. He actually bobbled it, didn't catch it on the first attempt, and then secured it away with his right hand, and that's the first out of the inning. Bustle unable to get the bunt down in an acrobatic play by A.J. Dole.
Yeah, kind of an awkward bunt there for Bustle with a lot of backspin on it. Didn't get the bat head out in front of the plate very well. And nice play there by the catcher.
All right, so in steps Luke McBride, the second baseman for this Norwell team. First pitch lined towards second, and it's into center field. Being waved is Johnson as the runner And now he's going to hold as the fielder out there, Trayton Schock, the center fielder, had a little bit of trouble corralling things. And Eli Johnson was a little bit hesitant on the base pass. And, again, that's always a hard thing for a guy to step into, being a courtesy runner. I always think that's a hard thing to do, coming right off the bench and inserting yourself into the game. Nevertheless, it's the third hit of the Norwell inning, and that will load the bases for Leighton Bailey.
South Adams with the corners in look here.
Arnold goes from the wind and misses high. Yeah, that's right. Alex says the middle is back at double play depth, and the corner's pinched in on the cutout. Arnold, the kick and fire. Off speed, it's floated out of play. Bailey, one of the outstanding basketball playing sophomores, this Norwell group.
Hey, let's go, James. Get out of it.
The 1-1 offering. Just missed down, and it's 2-1. Good eye there by Bailey. Well, Arnold has pitched to contact really so far today, has not registered a strikeout to this point. Got 3 ground ball outs in the first, and now 3 singles here in the bottom of the second, rather. That's fouled straight back by Bailey, and the count is square.
Let's go, James. One more strike.
Bo Morgan represents the 9-hitter for Norwell. He's on deck, and Eli Riley presents a big threat if Norwell can get back to the top. 2-2, 1 out, bases full of Knights. Change up, grounded up the middle, could be 2, gloved there, relay to second, on to first, not in time. It'll score a run as Aiden Warner had a little bit of trouble with the transfer. He gets the out at second. It leaves runners on the corners with 2 outs, and the Knights strike first here this afternoon.
Yeah, slow rolling ground ball kind of put Warner in a tough spot there. Able to get this out at second, but not the out at first.
Hey, let's go, James.
All right, so Bo Morgan is in now as the Knights have pushed across the first run. Arnold goes back to the stretch with runners at the corners and misses outside. 23 pitches for Arnold. Almost half of them have been strikes. In fact, just over half, and 12. Bolin had a really nice first inning, and now 39 pitches through 2. He's worked around a couple of walks. Swing and a miss by Morgan behind it. This has been the question mark for Morgan, is how the adjustments will be made to the varsity level pitching. Just a junior, and we'll have a lot to build on this year. Of course, assuming no more unforeseen circumstances. Learn to never say never. That ball popped up into left. Shallow. Coming on is Nick Miller to make the grab and retire the side. So that is it. Norwell gets one. 3 singles. They had them loaded. They push across a run, but nothing more. And we are through 2 complete. Here in Ossian, it's Norwell 1, South Adams nothing on WellsCountyVoice.com, part of the Voice Sports Network.
Did you sprain your ankle playing with your kids last night? Have you had a nagging pain while training for an upcoming race? Or do you have an upcoming surgery? Indiana Physical Therapy understands how important and valuable your time is to you. At Indiana Physical Therapy, we can schedule you within 24 hours at any of our 19 convenient clinics. IPT has been a trusted part of your community for over 32 years. With trusted results, you can count on Indiana Physical Therapy to get you better, faster. You don't need a referral from your doctor, and all insurances are accepted, including Anthem. IPT is your choice for physical therapy. So what are you waiting for? Call Indiana Physical Therapy right now at 260-209-2464 to schedule an appointment, or go online to indianapt.com. Indiana Physical Therapy, where people go to get better.
Top of the third here at Norwell, 8-9-1 for South Adams. Kahn, Young, and Warner. Norwell pushed across a run in the bottom of the second. They loaded him up, and then Norwell, with 1 out, had a ground ball up the middle that could have been a double play ball. Warner had a little bit of trouble with the transfer, bobbled it a bit, so they only got 1 out, and then Morgan flew out to left to end the threat. So it's 1-0 Norwell. Dominic Kahn is stepping in for the Stars. Brody Bolin, we talked to him a little bit about pitch count, pitch limit here in the first outing of the season. Now, the good news is weather not a factor here today, as far as you don't want to overwork guys when it's too cold, as that is a common problem this time of year, but not an issue here today. And the first pitch squeezes inside of Kahn. But Norwell is a team that, again, is going to have to get quality starts out of guys because we just don't know what the back end's going to look like. A big wave and a miss and a long swing from Kahn. And it's a ball and a strike. A half hour into this one through 2 innings. Started at 5:20 today. Mid-70s. Gusty breeze at times. That's lifted high in the air to left down the line, and it will drop in fair, and it bounces out of play for a ground rule double. Dominic Kahn hit that one about 5 feet shy of the 315 marker in left, and that was a very hard hit ball for Kahn, and a 2-bagger to lead off the top of the third.
Yeah, Bolin just leaving that kind of too far over the plate, and Kahn able to time it up. Really just brought his batter on the zone. Not a lot of oomph behind the ball there. Just kind of floated out there into the wind.
First hit of the day for the Starfires, and now the 9-hitter Connor Young is on. A rather slight frame for the right-handed hitting Young, the second baseman for the South Adams team. Wide lead for Kahn at second. And the first pitch is down, a 59.5-footer blocked nicely by Riley. Top of the order looms on deck here for South Adams, although nobody has posed much of a threat today. Not a lot of solid contact. That was one of the better hit balls of the day so far for South Adams. A couple of walks first time through the lineup for Bolin. There's ball 2 up and away. Really nice crowd has turned out to Norwell, and now Dave Goodmiller will call time and take a slow walk out to the mound. The pitching coach for so many years for this Norwell team, and is now the head man, as looks like the entire infield going to get together here. But Bolin now at 44 pitches, just 26 of those have been strikes. He has fallen behind a lot of hitters, and I think it's a problem to this point. Now, again, has not been hurt with a lot of solid contact thus far, as in fact it will be just a 3-man meeting on the hill involving Riley, Goodmiller, and Bolin. But after the leadoff double to Dominic Kahn here in the top of the third, in his biggest trouble of the day, in a 1-0 contest, it's always interesting to see how these early season matchups work out, and it's very nice and pleasant that weather's not playing a factor, because lots of times you see pitchers duels or guys hit things off the handle, and it is not a fun day to play when it's sub 50 degrees or sometimes sub 40 degrees here in Indiana this time of year. 2 balls and no strikes to Connor Young as Goodmiller takes a long walk back to the dugout. Bolin looks in and has that free-swinging right arm. A medium-sized lead for Kahn at second. Fastball down, and it's 3-0 now to Connor Young. Not the worst thing in the world if Young is walked here, as it will allow the force at any base. And again, Bolin has had the strikeout stuff so far. I think tallied 4 to this point, 2 in each of the first 2 innings. There's ball 4 down and in. 4-pitch walk to Young. And now the leadoff batter, Aiden Warner, steps in for South Adams. Dangerous spot here, a run on 3 hits for Norwell in the bottom of the second. They left runners at the corners after the flyout from Bo Morgan, the bottom of the lineup. Did not allow him to turn the lineup card over. First and second, nobody out, top of the third for South Adams, trailing 1-0. Bolin's first offering is outside. That's 5 in a row misses by Bolin. Leidig playing in front of the runner, Young at first on the cutout. Bailey back at even with the bag at third, and the middle is at double play depth. Ground ball, weakly hit back towards the mound. He goes to second for 1, relay on to first, strong throw, but it gets away, and now charging toward the plate comes Dominic Kahn. That ball is down the line, and running towards second is Aiden Warner. He's on, and the game is tied at 1 after the error from Rocco Haynes.
Yeah, that play there, I thought Bolin could have went to third there for get the lead runner. but decides to go to second, and an errant throw there by Rocco Haynes leads to Starfire's first run of the season.
And A.J. Dole walks in for South Adams. So Kahn scored on that play. Connor Young was forced out at second. And that pitch lined towards left and foul outside of the bag at third. Turning on that was A.J. Dole and had the chance to put South Adams up a run. The strike one is at the belt for strike two. And Bolin not afraid to pound the strike zone on his 50th pitch. We are all square after a run on one hit for the Stars. That was a ground ball up the middle there for Warner. I think you're right, Alex. It looked like Bolin had a chance there to potentially go to third as that slap foul and get the lead runner. Could have been one of the 1-5-3 varieties, I think. And I think they could have turned it very easily. It was a slow roller, a two-hopper to Bolin, but a nice strong throw from him. Would have been a longer throw for Bailey across. Jeff, did we have a casualty? Oh, boy. Oh, there it is. Oh, my goodness. The back of a van has been destroyed here this afternoon. Might have been able to hear the chorus of oohs and ahs after that went through the back windshield. There's a ground ball towards short. Slow roller. Rocco, a quick throw and a good transfer for the second out. Nice play by Rocco Haynes. And Leidig held the bag just long enough. The third base coach, Brad Buckingham, saying that the ball was bobbled there at first. Joe Platt disagrees. 2 out, runner at third, still tied at 1.
Yeah, and I can see why coach down there at third thought so. Leidig's mitt kind of bent a weird way when the ball went in there. Kind of looked like he was bobbling it, but I think nonetheless a secure catch, and the umpire agrees, and 2 outs here.
All right, so Dole was retired 6-3. Warner at third. Arnold is in for South Adams. The left-handed batter in Arnold swings through the second pitch of the at-bat. Here's strike two. Arnold struck out his first time up. 1-2. Well, that was way elevated. Good pitch by Bolin in a nice location, but Arnold was able to fight it off. Comes the 1-2. Bolin tried to get him to chase down and couldn't.
Bolin trying to change eye level here. Goes high, goes low.
See if he goes back upstairs.
Yep.
He did. I think he missed his spot, though. And that will run the count full. Big pitch here for Bolin with 2 outs, trying to weasel out of this, only allowing 1 run after the error, an unearned run. And that missed outside. It was belt high, but off the plate. And it's the third Bolin walk issued already here today. Adam Besser will hit with runners at the corners, the first baseman. Fastball popped up, foul territory. Riley giving chase. It'll fall out of play harmlessly off the sidewalk.
Bolin really laboring here. He's getting up towards 60 pitches here.
Right at 60.
Getting real close here. Needs to complete this third inning here.
No action in the Norwell bullpen to this point. We are tied at 1. That's fouled straight back and caught a piece of Austin Riggleman. He looks like he's okay. So Doesn't look like Arnold is a big threat to run at first, as he's got a pretty shallow lead, even though it's an opportunity here with 2 out. Potentially push across another run.
The 0-2 count here on Besser. I'm looking for Boland's best pitch right here, best off speed.
Stares in for the sign. He steps off, and he balked. And Boland turned before he was able to step off the back, and Aiden Wanner scores via the balk, and South Adams takes the lead. Yeah, that's a tough one to give up a run. All right, so the Stars will take the lead on that play. That's the second balk already here today. The first balk by James Arnold of South Adams. That's up and outside. Ball 1 to Adam Besser. Boland comes set at the letters. 1-2. Fastball again. He's trying to elevate against a couple of these hitters, and Besser has had a couple really nice at-bats so far today. Oh, yeah, went too far, did Besser, and that will retire the side. That pitch well outside the strike zone. And so Norwell will surrender the lead. 2 runs on an error and a balk. That sounds like a young group. Bottom of the third coming up, 2-1 Stars on The Voice.
Nick Huffman, a Bluffton High School graduate, is ready to help you buy, sell, or build your dream home. If you're ready to start a new chapter in your life, now's the time. With historic low interest rates, houses are moving at lightning speed. Whether you need single-family, multifamily, agricultural, commercial, property management, mixed use, or land development, give Nick a call or text at 827-8255 or send him a message on Facebook at Real Estate by Nick Huffman. Nick is located at the Steffen Group at 107 West Market Street in Bluffton. His number again is 827-8255.
We offer individualized treatment plans for patients of all ages, from infants to elderly, and even during pregnancy. Have you ever experienced a workplace, sports, or auto accident, or just keep suffering from chronic pain? Corrective Chiropractic can help. Knee, neck, shoulder, or back pain, headaches, migraines, allergies, muscular tension? Corrective Chiropractic can help.
I'm Dr. Josh Bell from Corrective Chiropractic, serving Bluffton, Yoder, Decatur, Bern, Montpelier, and the surrounding area to help you feel and function better. Schedule your appointment today at 260-353-1400 and let Corrective Chiropractic help you along your journey to health and wellness. Corrective Chiropractic, 360 North Main Street, Suite A, Dutch Mill Plaza, Bluffton, Indiana.
We are in the bottom of the third here. And Norwell is trailing South Adams 2-1. 2 runs on a hit there for South Adams, but the runs pushed across on an error and a balk. And that's a heck of a way to get things rolling here in the 2021 season. Riley, the leadoff man, will lead off the bottom of the third for Norwell, and Arnold leads off the at-bat with a strike. Arnold just 25 pitches through 2, and 14 of those were for strikes. A pitcher to contact, no doubt about that. Norwell has had no problem in that department as the 0-1 bounces in. Boland now at 64 pitches through 3. Both runs unearned in the top of the third for the Stars. 1-1. Here's a shot to center, lifted high, racing towards the gap, is shocked. That ball is way back, and that ball is gone. It's a solo shot for Eli Riley back towards the tennis courts, and he squares us at 2. A line drive that got elevated and then got up into the jet stream to tie us at 2.
Yeah, real nice swing there from Riley. Lifts it up into the slight breeze here at Norwell and over the center field, left center field wall, we'll call it, for first home run for the Knights for the season. And Eli Riley strikes and ties the game.
This Norwell team has not been a group that has been known for its home run hitting ability. But on the right day here, especially at home, the ability or the opportunity sits there, especially on some of these breezier days. Again, the wind has calmed down a little bit. That was not all that wind assisted. Ball 1 to Graft. Ball 2 to Graft. Right over the 375 sign, one of the deeper parts of the park here at Norwell. Just a shade left of that. And that's high, and it's 3-0 here against Graff. So Arnold now has fallen behind.
You're good, James. Battle back.
The lefty Graff sees a fastball in on a get-me-over, and it's strike one. So the fourth hit for Norwell here in the first couple of innings. Still don't know who the owner of the demolished van is out here. That's too bad. And there's strike two. Graff shaking his head at that one. Is the count run full? Haynes waits on deck. And then Bolin. Oh boy, that was close to the bottom of the knees. If it was over the plate, which we can't tell from here, but if it was over the plate, that's a generous walk to Graff. Nevertheless, it is a walk for Graff, a good eye, and he coaxes it. Rocco Haynes steps in after grounding out on his first at-bat, and obviously wants redemption here. And Austin Riggleman already chirping back at the South Adams bench. I think our very expensive crowd mic caught a couple of words there from Riggleman, exchanged, I think, to Brad Buckingham, who is chattering over there in the South Adams first base dugout. Leighton Bailey warmed up in the Norwell bullpen, but he's got to get ready to hit here eventually. If Norwell can make it back around there, Bailey it possibly could come in this next inning. Don't know, again, what the pitch limitations are on Bolin today, although he struggled a little bit, not helped out by the air in the balk. We are tied at 2 after the leadoff home run here in the third by Riley. And the first pitch to Rocco Haynes is upstairs, and now struggling to find the zone is Arnold.
Luke Graft over there, out on first, is a threat to run. Tremendous athlete. Real quick on the football field, basketball court, and I expect the baseball field.
1-0. That's down, 2-0. The South Adams bench really fired up over here. A couple extra comments. We wouldn't want to get after it on the first day of the regular season at Norwell. 3-0 as Arnold has lost some focus on the hill. And he's now eclipsed his ball total, or eclipsed his strike total with balls 19-18, 37 total. 3-0 with Graft at first. Fastball not even close. Haynes was already half a step out of the box, and that pitch had no chance of being in the strike zone. It's a 4-pitch walk, and now 2 men are on with nobody out, and all of a sudden Norwell threatening once again.
And Bolin, with his lack of size, is real good bunt chance here.
Right. Yeah. Bolin singled to left his first time up, the first hit of the Norwell day.
Or how about a sophomore pitcher getting himself 3 runs here?
Boy, he shoots that one to right on a line, and it's up the gap and heads toward the wall. 1 run is in. Bolin chugging for second. The runner, Haynes, around third. He's waved around. He'll score. 2-run double for Brody Bolin, and the Knights are up 4-2. Boy, you just talked about him helping himself out on the bump, and that was a shot up the gap. 2 for 2 for Bolin, and he has the Knights up a pair.
Yeah, real nice swing. You know, with a bigger hitter like Bolin, you look for more of a pull type hitting, but Coach Goodmiller works on the middle oppo approach there, and into the right field gap it goes, getting himself 2.
And that is going to signify the end of the day for James Arnold. How about that? Well, we talked about an aggressive South Adams team that wants to get a win here on the road against a 3A opponent, and we will have the changes when we come back. Aiden Water, the new arm for South Adams, the Knights up 4-2.
Always going to have sibling rivalry, and it's no different with the Heidi brothers. They went and built 2 dealerships right next to each other and fill them up with new Chevys, Jeeps, Buicks, Chryslers, Dodge Rams, and more. And some of the best late model pre-owned vehicles around, just so they could compete for your business with service, selection, and price. The choice is yours. Heidi Automotive Group in Bluffton, just 20 minutes south of Fort Wayne.
Back here at Norwell, appears to be a straight change for South Adams, as Aiden Warner is now on the shortstop, originally to start this game, has relieved James Arnold. Norwell has tagged him up for 5 hits now in nobody out in the bottom of the third. Brody Bolin has shot to wipe a couple of base runners off, and Norwell has suddenly taken control.
Yeah, they're at the first inning when you saw 1-2-3 coming up. Eli with a quick swing, Luke Graff with a quick swing, but you felt like they saw the ball pretty good. So seeing Arnold work a couple more times from the dugout, it's the top of the night's batting order really has jumped on him.
So the book isn't closed yet for James Arnold. The runner at second, Brody Bolin, is his responsibility. Josiah Leidig will bat here for Norwell, leading 4-2. Opportunity for Norwell to extend their lead here. And you feel like South Adams got a couple cheapies in the top half of this inning on an error and a balk if you are just joining us. A lot of chattering going on out there. That's down. You know, it's very evident, and was from the first pitch today, that these two teams don't really like each other very much. We talked about a little bit of the rivalry, animosity that goes back and forth between these two historically quality clubs. Norwell has not had a fantastic season in a few years. Obviously, the last significant tournament success was the state title run in 2013. Back-to-back losses in the section of the last couple of seasons for Norwell. 2-0 here to Leidig, and Warner has not found the zone yet. That is down 3-0 as that one skipped up there from Warner. So Warner having all kinds of trouble, and now what? He's asking for a different hat as the hat apparently keeps falling off. The wind's not that strong. That's what, we were just going to say that as Ryan Tomlin comes to mind. That was every pitch. It was.
And if it didn't fall off, it's probably a ball.
That's right.
Because the mechanics weren't right.
He had quite the lettuce on top of that head. 3-0 to Aiden Warner, or to Josiah Leidig. Aiden Warner is out there and struggling. Brody Bolin had a 2-run double here to unlock the tie. And Eli Johnson is courtesy running for him at second base. A couple checks at Johnson before the 3-0 brought home, and it's a belt-high strike. Leidig had an infield single his first time up. 3-1 pitch, skips in, blocked nicely. Johnson throws on the brakes, stays put at second. But runners at first and second now after the walk to Leidig brings up a good opportunity for an RBI here for Crew Bustle.
Crew Bustle up in his last at-bat was up in the same situation, and his bunt attempt went to the catcher, who made a decent play on it. But let's see if tries to repeat here with different results.
That misses low. Warner has thrown 6 pitches. 5 of them have missed. We saw James Arnold struggle a little bit, especially toward the back half of the day, finding the strike zone consistently when he did. Norwell tagged him for 5 hits and 4 runs. 1-0, that's a rope into right, and it is a base hit. It falls in front of Colin Subler. Johnson stops at third. Everybody moves station to station. It's a 1-0 and a rope to right. Colin Subler gloved it, kept it in front of him, and now the bases are loaded with nobody out. The Norwell Knights are threatening to pile on more here in the third.
Real nice hit there from Crew Bustle. One who didn't look too terribly comfortable bunting on that last at bat, but Wow, really nice piece of situational hitting there. Keep the train moving here for Luke McBride.
And McBride, the outstanding hoopster. That floats on the outer part of the plate for a strike. It's really tough to see in and out here.
Yeah.
We always talk about that every year. That's a floater, and it broke back toward the plate and caught the inside corner on a curveball, 0-2. Oh, 2. Reaches out, smacks it towards second. It's bobbled, and everybody's safe. That was a two-hopper to Connor Young. E4 on the plate. McBride has good speed, but he was not going to reach, and that's an error. And the inning gets extended here as Norwell pushes across another run.
You know, in high school baseball, especially, you put the ball in play and good things tend to happen.
That's true.
And that was a good case of it here. Just chopper to second baseman, hard to handle here, but
it might have been an awkward kind of hop, but it looked like it was a relatively routine play.
Yeah.
And I think Connor Young might have been looking at second and kind of tried to turn it too quickly. Bounced up there, 1 ball and no strikes to Leighton Bailey. We were talking about him. He got loose earlier. We'll see if he will step into the Norwell lineup here at some point on the mound, as Bolin has struggled a little bit here the last couple of innings. That's outside and off the plate, 2-0. That breaks in there for a strike.
Juan real confident in his curveball, which is good as a high schooler to have a good confidence in that curveball, that breaker.
That ball tapped in front of the plate and it rolls foul. Strike 2. Bases are still juiced full of Knights. It's 5-2. They've pushed across 4 already here in the third after briefly surrendering the lead in the top half of the inning. And since, it's hard. I mean, a lot of teams look kind of off kilter here in the early part of the season. That's been evident on both sides today. Still working out a lot of kinks. Obviously not in mid-season form, even though the weather's nice. 2-2 misses well outside, and the count runs full to Leighton Bailey. Big spot here for the sophomore. Warner has his sign, comes set, balks, 3-2. Oh, that's ripped towards the shortstop and through the hole into left. 1 run is in, Bustle waved around third, relay is cut off, and it's a 2-run single for Leighton Bailey. The Knights have busted it open. It's 7-2.
And the sophomore presence in the lineup coming up big again in the bottom of that lineup. Plates 2 more across for the Knights, and this thing is wide open.
It really is, and the inability of South Adams to make the routine play there, not to harp on Connor Young because this entire inning's certainly not on him, but he botched one at second. They have had a couple of walks in this inning. Warner relieved Arnold, but it has not been an upgrade to this point, as it is now 7-2 Norwell. And squaring to bunt, pulling back, is Bo Morgan. Really dangerous spot here for South Adams. I mean, Norwell puts one in the gap here at some point. The top of the order looming on deck, and you could start talking about run rule possibility.
Yeah, in a game that's been so, kind of felt like runs were slowly going to be, back and forth, and this big inning here by Norwell could get bigger.
fastball way out of the zone. That was at the eye level of Morgan, but he chased it anyway. Ball and a strike. He flew out his first time up. Luke McBride out at second, Bailey at first. 6 runs already here in the third, and still nobody out. Swing and a miss. Norwell finished tied for second in 2019 in the conference. That was won by DeKalb, and has a chance here to get off on the right foot. Obviously not a conference game yet, but oh boy, there's a strike 3 called. Top of the zone. Morgan tried to pretzel himself up and get that thing called out of the zone, but right at the top, and Morgan strikes out looking.
Yeah, Bo really trying to steal a ball there. Not too confident there with the bat in his hands in a 2-strike situation. Gotta be willing to shorten up there and fight anything you can off.
All right, well, now the power-hitting Riley steps in. He led off this inning with a home run, a solo shot to left center, and he takes ball 1. And wouldn't be surprising to see Warner be quite careful here, because Riley really looked good in both of his at-bats so far today. But tagged the last one. That was well out to left center near the 375 marker. 2 runners aboard here for Norwell with 1 out. Runner breaks for third. There's a strike. Throw down to third. Not in time as McBride slides under the tag. Davidson was a little bit slow getting it down, and the throw kind of popped up from Dole. Bailey did not take second on the play. That's a missed sign, but it puts runners on the corners with 1 out. So stolen base for McBride. And we'll see now if they put the wheels on Bailey, although I really firmly believe that he definitely should have been going there. I don't see any situation where he would not have been.
Even if you miss the sign, as soon as that guy has the third and the throw goes, might as well take it off too.
1-1. Bailey holds at first, and the breaking pitch misses outside. 2 balls and a strike here to Riley. Dangerous hitter. Now a runner 90 feet away. Could extend this Norwell lead. 7-2. 7 runs on 7 hits for Norwell. 2 runs on just 1 hit for South Adams. Both of them, all that action came in the top of the third. That's down. 3-1. Blocked nicely by Dole. Dole has had a really nice day behind the plate so far. It's been real solid. He's just a junior, but looks like a veteran player behind there. And, of course, as we mentioned, no high school official sanctioned season last year.
Dangerous 3-1 count here for Warner. Wouldn't give Riley something too sweet to hit.
I wouldn't either. Runner digs for second. Riley pops it up as he reached out and flew that one towards the first baseman. Back of the infield, caught by Adam Besser for the second out, and Riley frustrated with himself as he charges back towards the dugout. Bailey retreats to first, 2 out. Luke Graft is in now as we have another runner. That's Tyler Smith.
So late must be pitching then.
Can't be yet.
No, because he hasn't entered.
Nope. He has not entered as a pitcher, so that's a pinch runner. So he's going to yeah, there it is. So he's going to re-enter. So this is officially a pinch runner here. Tyler Smith. Cross him off the lineup card unless he stays in, but he won't. Luke Graft is up with 2 out. 0 for 1 with a ground out and a walk to this point. Runners still on the corners. Norwell already 6 runs here in the bottom of this third inning. It's really stretched on. And that ball sliced towards left and into left field for a base hit. Softly fell in, a slicer off the bat of Graff, went opposite field, didn't try to do too much with it, and he gets rewarded with an RBI single.
Yeah, not too complex of a swing there. Just get the hands through the zone and slap it out the other way. Nice swing there by the lefty.
Second time, too, that Graff has attacked the first pitch. So, you know that he has an aggressive mentality. Now Rocco Haynes is in, also 0 for 1 with a walk. But now 7 runs in this third inning for Norwell. That's right at the knees for a strike. They back pick to first. Graff's back in there easily. Graff is the fastest guy on this Norwell team. But, well, that's fortunate for Warner that he wasn't on the rubber yet. That could have been a balk. But when I said balk earlier, it looks like he turns his shoulders just a little bit, and he does.
Yeah.
I mean, it's close, and it's kind of how strict do you want to be about it. But it's certainly a place where Coach Goodmiller would have a gripe if he wanted it. 0-2 here as that fouled straight back to the screen.
Potentially a balk that you would call.
Well, we didn't have to involve me. There was no reason to do that.
In a 13 or 14-year-old game.
That's not where I was heading. We've already seen 2 balks here today. Yeah. Wander to the plate with the 0-2, and Rocco pops it up on a pitch that was above the top of his helmet and into shallow center. Drifting back is Arnold to make the grab, and the side finally retired. 7 runs in the third inning, though, for Norwell to bust this one wide open. They lead 8-2 on to the fourth at Norwell.
Soaring high above, exploring our planet. Professional timepiece designed to take flight. Citizen ProMaster. Go beyond.
Daniel's Jewelers on North Main Street in Bluffton, where personal service and trust become part of the memory.
Back here at Norwell, 8-2. Norwell now in front. It has been a situation where Norwell took advantage of a couple of South Adams mistakes, and now we will see Leighton Bailey re-enter the game and go to the mound. It is a straight switch. Bolin heads to third and takes his place, so you can close the book on a pretty good start for Bolin. Struggled at times, Alex, with his control, but had strikeout stuff today and was still in control of the game.
Bolin trying to get his feet under him as a sophomore in opening day. A little nerves come with that, and like you said, certainly has strikeout stuff. That fastball does zip across the plate there, and we haven't seen too much of his off speed, but he has plenty of time to develop that. And overall, if you're Coach Goodmiller and the pitching staff, Coach Fellheiser, you got to be pretty pleased with the sophomore start.
4 walks, 5 strikeouts for Bolin today. 1 of the 2 runs earned, and again, he closed the book on a 3-inning performance. We didn't expect him to go too deep today. 64 pitches, 38 for strikes. And now he is off to the hot corner. As we saw South Adams make a change as well, Warner really labored in that bottom of the third, 29 innings in relief of the starter, James Arnold. And South Adams had a combination of a few mistakes and a couple of rockets off of Norwell bats to have Norwell really widen this lead.
Still writing down stuff in my book.
Well, that's the way it goes. Tim Davidson will lead off here for South Adams. Top of the fourth. We are 70 minutes in and just kicking off the top of the fourth. That third inning took forever.
No, a high school inning taking forever? What is that?
Yeah, well, and first game of the season as well. Bailey comes set, fires it home, and misses inside for ball 1. To make his varsity pitching debut. 2 sophomores to kick things off for Norwell here this afternoon. On the bump, downstairs, 2-0. And the command has been really a struggle at times of of all 4 pitchers we've seen here so far today, although a rather snap judgment for Bailey. That's popped up on a pitch that was above the zone towards the third base line. Drifting over and back in play is Brody Bolin to make the grab, straddling the line.
Yeah, nice play there by Bolin, getting under it, getting behind it, reading any kind of funky things it does up there in the air. Just puts a squeeze on it. Leighton Bailey records his first varsity out.
So it goes down as a foul out. Nick Miller struck out the first time that he came to the plate, the left fielder. Miller pops it up to the left side, back of the infield. Rocco Haynes into shallow left, camped under it, puts the squeeze on it for 2 outs. A really nice start here for Bailey after missing with his first 2 pitches, back-to-back pop-ups. And here comes Drayton Shock.
That's one way to settle in. A couple of easy pop-outs, and all of a sudden as a pitcher, you got to be feeling pretty good.
Sure. And this is the response of after a big inning that you have offensively is always so important. And Bailey has passed the test so far. Both pitches that the star hitters have offered at have been popped up to the left side. And he hits the knees for a called strike. That's grounded towards short. Took a bit of a hop on Haynes. He throws a nice dig by Leidig at first on a low throw. And the Stars are turned away 1-2-3 on 7 pitches. Home fourth coming up, 8-2 Norwell on the Voice.
At Corrective Chiropractic, we offer individualized treatment plans for patients of all ages, from infants to elderly and even during pregnancy. Have you ever experienced a workplace, sports, or auto accident, or just keep suffering from chronic pain? Corrective Chiropractic can help. Knee, neck, shoulder, or back pain, headaches, migraines, allergies, muscular tension? Corrective Chiropractic can help.
I'm Dr. Josh Bell from Corrective Chiropractic, serving Bluffton, Yoder, Decatur, Bern, Montpelier, and the surrounding area to help you feel and function better. Schedule your appointment today at 260-353-1400 and let Corrective Chiropractic help you along your journey to health and wellness. Corrective Chiropractic, 360 North Main Street, Suite A, Dutch Mill Plaza, Bluffton, Indiana.
Bolin, Leidig, Bustle due up here for Norwell in the bottom half of the 4th inning, and they'll face another new arm. Tim Davidson in now for South Adams. So Norwell got 7 runs in the bottom half of the 3rd. A snappy top of the 4th by Leighton Bailey on 7 pitches. Really impressive.
Oops, sorry. Here early in the season, if you can just pound the zone, throw strikes, make them swing and hit.
Right.
You know, usually the bats aren't quite where they will get. Obviously, later in the season you go. So pounding the zone and finding, you don't even have to hit spots tremendously. You just have to kind of put it over in the zone and let your defense play behind you.
Yeah, I think that's right. Norwell has had the right approach today. Now, they have taken away a couple of they've made South Adams work in that they've taken advantage of their mistakes to this point, and I think that has been the difference so far.
Hey, number 3.
So Connor Young rotated over to third base here, by the way, as we continue to shore up the rest of the changes. And Warner moved over to second, so that's the change there. Warner came in relief of Arnold. He's done now. Connor Young now at third. Tim Davidson, the third baseman who started today, is now on the bump for South Adams. And you can close the book on Warner, who went a complete inning and on 29 pitches gave up 3 hits, walked 1, struck out 1, and he gave up 3 runs, 2 of them earned. 7 of Norwell's 8 runs have been earned today. We have seen a handful of kind of funky things, couple of balks here today, and some errors in key spots by both teams. In fact, 1 apiece. But again, they were pretty costly to both teams. Cost both teams a run. Brody Bolin leads it off here finally as we're set to get underway. Little conference at the mound here by South Adams to start this inning as we are really dragging here in the bottom of the 4th. But the great news is it's not cold.
That's true. That is true. I keep going back to the game we went down to down in South Adams a couple of years ago.
Oh, boy.
And it was there's not enough blankets in the world.
No kidding. That almost caught a piece of Bolin on the first offering from Tim Davidson. You know, as I recall, at that time, the Burn Witness was the sole winner of the broadcast rights at South Adams, as that skips in 2-0, and so we were not allowed to broadcast. And, of course, there wasn't going to be room anyway. Most baseball press boxes in Indiana cannot have trouble accommodating one radio or online crew, but that one did and is big enough to get one in there, but we did not have the privilege of being inside that day, which really hurt because we were a little chilly that day, to say the least. 3-0 here on Bolin, as Davidson hasn't been close to the zone. And that's way high and past the catcher, Dole. Bolin chugs along to first. He's on for the third time today. Single, double, and a walk.
Yeah, good line there for the sophomore in his first varsity baseball game. To really get a chance to settle in here. It's nice.
3 innings of work, in line for the win. One of my favorite parts about Norwell here is where the field is situated as it pertains to the road, where folks will take a leisurely Sunday drive-by and catch a couple of pitches.
And that that leisure drive is now a parked Thornton-mobile.
It's Norwell girls basketball coach Eric Thornton we're talking about. There's a jump move to first, and Bolin back in with a head-first slide.
Bolin real threat to run, so that's a good pickoff move there.
Yeah, I'm sure he's going to be well into the double digits in the stolen base category this year. But a 2-for-2 outing, hard to have a lot of negative things to say about Bolin. High and tight. Davidson takes a wide straddle before he comes set at the belt, checks the runner, and that is down. And Davidson has really struggled to find the zone. A lot of folks have lined up, as usual, down the third base line here for Norwell today, all the way stretching as far as the bullpen. And a good smattering of folks have filed in behind the plate as well, into the stadium seats back there as well. And a decent number of South Adams fans came in when I was out there earlier as well. That's on the outside part of the plate for a strike. Bolin led off the inning with a walk. Single and a walk for Leidig to this point. 2-2 jam job, flipped over the third baseman and into shallow left for a base hit. Bolin takes a wide turn around second and then retreats. And that is another punch job there by Josiah Leidig. He's gone pull side a couple of times here today, and he reaches for the second time via the hit and the third time overall.
Yeah, when you're down with 2-strike count, any contact will do, and sometimes it comes in a little bit of a duck snort out there to Bermuda triangle out there between shortstop, third base, and left field. But anyway, is a hit is a hit.
Crew Bustle, the left fielder, stands in now. He tried to bunt his first time up, and Alex, he noted the uncomfortableness of that at bat, and then singled on a seed to right his second time up, and that was a real nice looking hit from Crew Bustle. Norwell is pulling away here. It's 8-2. It doesn't feel like it's 8-2. A couple of mistakes made by South Adams defensively in the bottom of the third kind of stretched out that inning for Norwell. Here's a jump move to first. And Josiah Leidig back in there. That's interesting. Throwing behind the runner. Besser is holding him on. Bolin is out there at second with nobody out here in the bottom of the fourth. long leg kick, and I think Davidson is a little bit too concerned about the runners at this point. Definitely seems to be affecting his rhythm.
Yeah, it seems like when he's going down that stretch there, he when he comes set and then goes to deliver to the plate, he gives one more look back there to Bolin as he's lifting his leg and kind of missing his mark here on the plate, not getting his eyes back.
Just one hit to this point for South Adams today. And that gets away from A.J. Dull. That pitch was way high. And now both runners advance into scoring position and take away the remote double play opportunity. Luke McBride waits on deck. Leighton Bailey in the hole. With nobody out, a 3-0 count. Second and third are runners for Norwell in an 8-2 game in the fourth. And Bussell turned away from that, but that caught the inside corner and at the knees for a strike. Warner and Arnold both had their share of struggles today for South Adams. Davidson works here 3-1, and he misses off the plate. Bases are juiced full of Knights. 2 walks and a bloop single by Leidig have them juiced. And Luke McBride steps in. McBride 1 for 2. That the first time, first at bat, he got the ball out of the infield and singled to center. Second time reached on an error on a routine ball to the second baseman, who at that time was Connor Young, who's now shifted over to third. And it directly resulted in a Norwell run. No RBI for McBride on that last play. That's downstairs, skips away from the catcher Dole, and Bolin will score easily. Another wild pitch, the second one of the inning here by Tim Davidson, makes it 9-2.
Good dirt ball read there by Brody Bolin. Score there on
agreed
on the wild pitch.
Everybody moves up. So now it's 9-2. And a couple more here, and Norwell has the potential to put things away with a few outs in the top of the inning. So we're definitely getting closer to that run rule potential. The 1-0. Breaking ball that slipped out of the hand of Davidson. And let's see now. That's 16 pitches, and 12 of them have missed the zone. McBride with the white helmet. Norwell in the navy blue today with gold lettering and pinstripe pants, and he threw behind McBride, and I think he must have caught the back of his jersey. It definitely didn't hit him because he took a stare back at Austin Riggleman back there, and he was awarded first, and the bases are once again loaded.
Number 13, Leighton Bailey. Another change.
And Derek, remind our listeners and viewers what the high school run rule is.
Well, that'd be 10 after 5. That's a pretty universal rule across a lot of different levels of baseball. Of course, it doesn't exist in the college game officially, at least at the D1 level. And so now they will make a change after McBride gets hit. He's at first. The bases are loaded with nobody out. Norwell up 9-2 on 2A number 3 South Adams. Will take this short break and return in Austin after this.
Did you sprain your ankle playing with your kids last night? Have you had a nagging pain while training for an upcoming race? Or do you have an upcoming surgery? Indiana Physical Therapy understands how important and valuable your time is to you. At Indiana Physical Therapy, we can schedule you within 24 hours at any of our 19 convenient clinics. IPT has been a trusted part of your community for over 32 years. With trusted results, you can count on Indiana Physical Therapy to get you better, faster. You don't need a referral from your doctor, and all insurances are accepted, including Anthem. IPT is your choice for physical therapy. So what are you waiting for? Call Indiana Physical Therapy right now at 260-209-2464 to schedule an appointment, or go online to indianapt.com. Indiana Physical Therapy, where people go to get better.
Back here at Norwell, here are the defensive changes. Caden Davidson is now on to pitch in relief of Tim Davidson, who slides on over to third, and Connor Young exits the game. All three runners are the responsibility of Tim Davidson, who stays in the game. He started the game at third, and with that performance, he came into the game in relief of Warner. 2 walks, no strikeouts, and Leighton Bailey is in now for Norwell. 1 for 2 is Bailey, a fielder's choice and a single. Davidson checks the runner at third, misses down, and not a lot of room for error here, unfortunately, for Davidson. Bases are full of Knights. That floats outside, 2-0. No reason for Bailey. I mean, to me, you definitely got to see a strike.
Right.
Because the South Adams pitching has been all over the place here today. So the potential winning run is at first, and that's not close either, 3-0. But the potential winning run is at first for Norwell if they can hold South Adams in the top of the fifth. It's 9-2. Norwell got 7 in the third after 1 in the second, 1 already here in the fourth. And it took South Adams a long time to get an out in the third inning. That was not a strike, but it was called one, as that was at the top of the letters of Leighton Bailey. It kind of brings the count back into play here. Davidson at the belt. That's lined into center field for a base hit. Trayton Schock scoops it out of there. 2 runs are going to score here, and McBride goes first to third. Excellent base running, a 2-run single by Leighton Bailey, and it's all of a sudden 11-2.
Yeah, real nice swing there. Kept the hands inside. Ripped it there to center field. Great base running by Luke McBride to go first to third.
Agreed.
He get himself in position to score here on anything that Bo Morgan does.
Well, Morgan has looked uncomfortable at the plate. We have talked about that in his first 2 at-bats. Leighton Bailey is courtesy run for by Eli Johnson here. And that's the 3rd time he's done that. He courtesy ran for Bolin a few times when he was on base. First pitch to Morgan, taken for a strike. Caden Davidson is a junior. Tim Davidson a senior. Stayed out there at third. The 4th South Adams arm of the day. Bolin started for Norwell, and now it's Leighton Bailey, who had a snappy 7-pitch top of the 4th. Davidson has some issues with turning the shoulder as well. Definitely, you definitely don't know that that's a point of emphasis for me, but you can't do that. Like, you cannot turn your shoulder towards first, and that's what Davidson's doing. Hasn't done it every time. That one, if you turn your shoulder and then you don't look at the runner, then who cares? Because that's what happened there. He was actually looking at the runner at third in McBride. Eli Johnson's there at first. He's a threat to run, but with it being 11-2, I doubt that's going to be the case. Morgan ahead 2-1. Fly out, strikeout, way high, 3 balls and a strike. Obviously, you can't make snap judgments off of a team. This team was number 3 preseason in 2A, by far the highest-ranked team of the area in any class, and have had a less-than-ideal start here on the road today. And that almost got Morgan, and that's a walk, and the bases are loaded again with nobody out. And we don't know what the rest of the pitching staff is going to look like for South Adams today, this year. But really, it's been a combination of struggling to find the zone, some mistakes by the defense, really only 1 error. That's inside to Riley. And Riley already has homered in this game. A couple of pop-ups and that solo home run to get the Norwell offense rolling in the bottom of the 3rd. That's upstairs 2-0. 3-0. We're laboring, Alex.
Yeah.
90 minutes in, bottom of the fourth, 11-2 Norwell. Eastbrook coming up on the road Friday night at 5 p.m. as Riley just walked on 4 pitches, and that forces in a run to make it 12-2. And that is officially the spot. And now what? And another change is going to be made as Brad Buckingham walks out to the mound. Also, A.J. Dole looks like he's going to take the gear off. So I don't know if he's going to come back into the game. I doubt it. But we'll see. Gavin Myers, the sophomore, is out there in gear, and Davidson's day is done. Neither Tim nor Caden Davidson got a lot going here so far this afternoon, and we'll see who replaces him on the other side of this break on WellsCountyVoice.com.
I'm Dr. Josh Bell from Corrective Chiropractic in Bluffton. My goal with chiropractic treatment is to make you feel and function better by providing neurostructural corrections to help put your spine back into alignment, to strengthen your nerve system, and to relieve nerve pain. We strive to help you heal and stay healthy for years to come. Our full-service chiropractic team in Bluffton provides corrective exercises, lifestyle advice, along with spinal and postural screenings.
Hi, I'm Dr. Nick Altair, and I'm proud to join the team here at Corrective Chiropractic. Our goal is to figure out what is causing your pain and restore movement to the optimal level. From infants to older adults, chiropractic is a safe way to manage growing pains and other body trauma. Did you know that chiropractic care can strengthen your overall immune system? Give us a call at 260-353-1400. Chiropractic care can help you on your journey to the best version of you.
Corrective Chiropractic, 360 North Main Street, Suite A, Dutch Mill Plaza, Bluffton, Indiana.
Back here at Norwell, as the new pitcher for South Adams is A.J. Dole, who started the game behind the plate and really had a nice day behind the dish for South Adams. But he's on the bump now, and Gavin Myers, the sophomore, is in to catch. Luke Graft is the first hitter he'll face, and Dole pounds the strike zone. And so, good start here for Dole. Boy, this is the best arm Norwell's seen today by far. Dole is throwing pretty hard. We talked about his abilities as a catcher, an athletic kid. He's been a pretty much brick wall, had a couple of wild pitches, really not to the fault of his own. One run did come in on a wild pitch earlier today, but top to bottom, a good performance for Dole. And if he catches that, it might be a strike. That was close to the bottom of the knees on a fastball, and again, some adjustments are going to have to be made pretty quickly here for Norwell at the plate in the approach, anyway, because this is the real deal. 1-2. Fastball just missed down, and the count is even at 2. Cheryl Goodmiller pointing out that Dole works with a lot of pace, even with the bases loaded here, not paying any attention to the runners, which why would you at this point? It's 12-2, and they're not going anywhere. Throws a curveball that missed inside and skipped away from the catcher Myers, and Eli Johnson comes across for Norwell. And yet another wild pitch. Second and third now, takes away the force. Graft with a 3-2 coming up, and he pops it straight up. Myers lost it. He's called off by A.J. Dole, who makes the grab in fair territory, a step towards the first base line. First out finally here of this fourth inning.
The shortstop, number 6, Rocco Haynes.
Second and third still for the Knights. Rocco Haynes stands in. 0 for 2. Ground out, fly out, and a walk. Big turn by Dole. Fastball is hammered into the gap in right center. Making the diving attempt is shocked, but he can't get there. It falls into the gap just shy of the warning track, and 2 runs are in on the smoke job double by Rocco Haynes. And the Knights are up 15-2. Boy, that was a blast off the bat of Rocco Haynes.
Yeah, Rocco, nice swing there, squared it up. Good, again, middle oppo approach there against a little quicker pitching. And it looks like Nathaniel Worling will be heading to the plate for Bolin.
All right, so Worling is a junior. And pinch hitting for Bolin here. So host of defensive changes coming up for Norwell, although a nice cushion now. As 7 runs in both the third and the fourth innings for the Knights. Fastball at the knees. It's been a heavy dose of fastballs from A.J. Dole here thus far. Back of the box is whirling, and a mile behind that fastball, 0-2. Another pinch hitter is Eli Johnson waiting on deck to hit for Leidig. Dole's 0-2, way high. Brushed whirling back. Rocco away from second, 1-2. And Dole bluffs towards second. Nobody covering the bag, though. And Haynes not looking to run. 15 runs on 11 hits and an error for Norwell. Downstairs and in and out of the glove. A pass ball off the glove of Myers will allow Rocco Haynes to take third. Two and two missed down, and it runs full. The fifth arm here for South Adams. You're right, though. Dole back into the wind here. He just gets it and goes. The pitch. Down, and he walked him. And Nathaniel Whirling reaches for the first time this year.
Now batting for the Knights, number 22, Eli Johnson.
So here comes Eli Johnson for Norwell. He has courtesy run and scored a host of runs already today. Looks like Norwell will send Leighton Bailey back to the bullpen to keep his arm loose. Norwell has scored 7 runs again here in the bottom of this fourth inning. 97 minutes in. We're still in the fourth. Dole a big breath. Strike at the top of the zone against Johnson. Just 1 out still here in the fourth inning. Norwell has taken advantage of a few mistakes, but a lot of hard-hit balls for the Knights today. We knew that the strength of this team had the potential, was potentially going to be its offense, and that has shown up to be the case so far today. They've been disciplined at the plate, generally speaking, even though they didn't see the best arms from South Adams, as Johnson chases that fastball 1-2. It's been a disciplined approach at the plate. A ball and 2 strikes with runners at the corners in a 15-2 game. And that floats high. Again, South Adams has Winchester coming up tomorrow night on the road. Then they'll host Belmont Friday, a fellow NE8 opponent, and then Union City for a twin bill as Johnson strikes out. And that is the second out of the inning. Here comes Crew Bustle. Alex, Norwell on the day as a team has struck out just twice, and one of those the pinch hitting Johnson.
Yeah, and that's a great note going forward for Coach Goodmiller to kind of build on. Is, you know, his team's not going to stand there and watch pitches. They're not going to stand there and get too far behind the count, and they're going to fight off pitches. And, you know, a pop out is better than a backwards K or a regular K.
Slide step by Dole and a big hack by Bustle, but he was behind it. I think this is a good thing for Norwell to see. Now, granted, there's been a couple of pinch hitters here in this situation, and we've decided to make a couple throws to first when it's 15-2. But Bustle and this Norwell lineup has gotten a chance to face a guy who has some real velocity, as that one goes underneath Bustle, and they will hold Rocco Haynes at third just as a courtesy, as Whirling will take second on the wild pitch. When Dole has missed, though, it has been by a lot.
Yeah.
He's got good control lots of times. In fact, he's had 10 out of 19 be strikes, which isn't a great number. But at the same time, the ones that are there, there's a nice gift at the bottom of the zone. That should be a strike at this point. Second and third for Bustle with 2 outs. That ball driven in the air, deep to right. Going back is Subler. Back towards the track. He reaches up and he can't get it. Crew Bustle headed to second with a stand-up double that drives in 2 more.
And again, I think that's one where Southampton's failing to make the routine plays on defense can cost them on the scoreboard. You know what I mean? And that was a good piece by Crew there, and got it out. If we had a warning track, probably pretty close to the warning track. But right fielder just having problems tracking it down, getting behind it, and another pitching change.
Well, that was a nice comment. We're headed to break. Norwell up a bunch.
At Corrective Chiropractic, we offer individualized treatment plans for patients of all ages, from infants to elderly, and even during pregnancy. Have you ever experienced a workplace, sports, or auto accident, or just keep suffering from chronic pain? Corrective Chiropractic can help. Knee, neck, shoulder, or back pain, headaches, migraines, allergies, muscular tension? Corrective Chiropractic can help.
I'm Dr. Josh Bell from Corrective Chiropractic, serving Bluffton, Yoder, Decatur, Bern, Montpelier, and the surrounding area to help you feel and function better. Schedule your appointment today at 260-353-1400 and let Corrective Chiropractic help you along your journey to health and wellness. Corrective Chiropractic, 360 North Main Street, Suite A, Dutch Mill Plaza, Bluffton, Indiana.
Bluffton Roofing Incorporated prides themselves on developing a long-term relationship with their customers, listening to their needs and suggesting the proper course of action, be it preventative maintenance, repair, or replacement. Bluffton Roofing and owner James Worth are GAF certified and are certified weather stopper roofing contractors. Bluffton Roofing is fully insured, protecting you and your home. Call 824-3564 or 307-6313. Bluffton Roofing Incorporated. Quality first home improvements.
Nick Huffman, a Bluffton High School graduate, is ready to help you buy, sell, or build your dream home. If you're ready to start a new chapter in your life, now's the time. With historic low interest rates, houses are moving at lightning speed. Whether you need single-family, multifamily, agricultural, commercial, property management, mixed use, or land development, give Nick a call or text at 827-8255 or send him a message on Facebook at Real Estate by Nick Huffman. Nick is located at the Steffen Group at 107 West Market Street in Bluffton. His number again is 827-8255.
Now, welcome back to Norwell. A host of defensive changes once again. Norwell leading 17-2. Things have unraveled quickly here for South Adams today. 7 runs in the third after 1 in the second, and 9 tacked on here in the bottom of the fourth for Norwell. Another new pitcher in the face of Trayton Schock. Also update from Northrop as Norwell won in 5 innings, 12-1 over Northrop. A really nice start, or 14-1 over Northrop. A nice start for them as well. We expected to see, we will be seeing them here at home on Thursday afternoon, and expect good things out of that group as well. That's a lot of talent sitting down there on the JV squad, and a young group as well. Ball 1 to McBride. Ball 2 to McBride. And nobody advances as Bustle's out there at second, and it skipped back to the backstop. A.J. Dole back behind the dish as well. Well, we've reached that point in the broadcast. It's 17-2. Schock checks the runner way outside. At this point, if he gets it pretty close to the plate, I'm confident in saying that Austin Riggleman's going to give him a strike. McBride is 1 for 2, but he's reached 3 times. There's a strike. This is the 6th arm for South Adams today. And nobody's had an outing to hang their hat on. It's down and at the outer reaches of the strike zone. Schock comes set. Kind of stances off the mound and walks him. Well, that now, by the way, those of you scoring at home. It is Norwell's 9th drawn walk of the day.
And sometimes that's good off of some really good at-bats, but, again, the South Adams pitching staff has struggled to find the zone.
Big time.
Big time today.
And, look, we know that we didn't see their best all day, but even A.J. Dole got rocked.
Yeah.
As the shot on the double. And Norwell has had 12 hits today, looking to close this thing out in the top of the 5th inning. There's a strike on the outside half. Schock is wearing a arm sleeve on his left arm.
Yeah, you want to comment on that?
No, I'm not going to comment on it because it's illegal. But it's got a lot of white on it, and that's not legal. 2 balls and a strike to Leighton Bailey here from Trayton Schock at this point. I don't think that's a real large concern of either Riggleman or Platt. And, boy, Riggleman's had a couple of his most energetic strike calls of the day. 2-2 with 2 out and 2 runners aboard in a 17-2 game. Ooh, that caught a piece of A.J. Dole on a foul ball straight back. Leighton Bailey took a nice swing at it. The pitch was outside the strike zone. Schock with the 2-2 downstairs.
Just missed.
He did. He really did.
Outside zone, the widened zone.
Yep. Bo Morgan still on deck for Norwell. The 3-2. And he goes golfing for it. Would have been strike 3. And Bailey fouls it away and stays alive. Bailey has turned this into a really nice at-bat. This is pitch number 8 coming up from Trayton Schock, making him work. 2 for 3, a couple of singles his last couple times up for Bailey. Payoff. Driven into left, on a line, and it's down, and it skips by Nick Miller in left and goes all the way to the wall. He's chugging after it. 2 runs are going to score, and now running towards third is Leighton Bailey, and he's in there. So Leighton Bailey goes to third. It's a single to drive in a pair, and then a 2-base error committed by Nick Miller in left to make it 19-2.
And when it rains, it pours for the South Adams defense.
Yeah.
As another error.
That's a really unfortunate play. And now, granted, it was a real nice piece of hitting by Leighton Bailey on an 8-pitch at bat. There's nothing to take away from Bailey there. So I guess it's only he only gets 1 RBI on that, as the second run came across via the error. And Bailey went all the way to third. Here's a strike. Schock out of the wine. Kind of lob tosses it in there for strike 2.
At this point, just about anything will do
No kidding.
for South Adams.
Well, and you definitely want to try to throw a strike to Morgan. He walked last time. He's one of the only guys in this Norwell lineup without a hit today. Has a great opportunity here with another RBI waiting. That's up high, 2-2. In fact, Norwell has not gotten hits today from just Morgan and Eli Johnson, who pinch hit. And that's it. Everybody else that's entered the game has a hit. There's strike 3 on the outside portion of the plate. That's just kind of an unfortunate spot to be Morgan. But that's the way it goes, and the side finally retired. 11 runs in the 4th inning for Norwell. They're up 19-2 going to the 5th here on WellsCountyVoice.com.
Always going to have sibling rivalry, and it's no different with the Heidi brothers. They went and built 2 dealerships right next to each other and filled them up with new Chevys, Jeeps, Buicks, Chryslers, Dodge Rams, and more. And some of the best late model pre-owned vehicles around, just so they could compete for your business with service, selection, and price. The choice is yours. Heidi Automotive Group in Bluffton, just 20 minutes south of Fort Wayne.
Did Did you sprain your ankle playing with your kids last night? Have you had a nagging pain while training for an upcoming race? Or do you have an upcoming surgery? Indiana Physical Therapy understands how important and valuable your time is to you. At Indiana Physical Therapy, we can schedule you within 24 hours at any of our 19 convenient clinics. IPT has been a trusted part of your community for over 32 years. With trusted results, you can count on Indiana Physical Therapy to get you better, faster. You don't need a referral from your doctor, and all insurances are accepted, including Anthem. IPT is your choice for physical therapy. So what are you waiting for? Call Indiana Physical Therapy right now at 260-209-2464 to schedule an appointment, or go online to indianapt.com. Indiana Physical Therapy, where people go to get better.
Derek Decker, Alex Howard here in Ossian. And Alex, what a way for Norwell to get its first win of the season against a ranked South Adams team in blowout fashion. They have dominated really from start to finish today. South Adams briefly had the lead in the third, but since then Norwell responded. 13 hits they've racked up today, and it's going to be a very one-sided victory here in the season opener for the Knights.
Yeah, we were talking during the break, not a strong South Adams team that we thought was going to come in. We thought we were going to see a lot more resistance from the Starfires. Yeah. But at the same time, Norwell's approach at the plate has been pretty good. Defense has been pretty solid.
Yep.
Just a few miscues, a few errors to clean up. But again, we talked about it. 4 sophomores in the lineup right now, and just foul. They're down the line. But yeah, just a few little miscues that Norwell can clean up here before they go to Upland, Marion, Gas City, wherever you want to call it, Eastbrook on
kind of in the middle of all of
them. Kind of in the middle of all of them. Down there on Friday.
Yeah, and it'll be interesting to see how the Knights respond. Eastbrook is a team that hasn't always been on the Norwell schedule, so it's a bit of a new game for the Knights. Hike 3 called on the outside corner as Dominic Kahn is set down on strikes.
Leighton Bailey continues to find the zone, even if it is a little bit
still
and fluctuates. Still,
you know what?
The mitt with some good velocity.
And look,
too.
It was 9-2 when he came in,
right?
But he had a 7-pitch inning to start things off, and now he sets down Kahn on strikes. So Connor Young stayed in the game for South Adams as it's 2-0. There's been 46 defensive changes today, but he is still in the game. 2-0. He walked the first time up. It's missing low, and it's ball 3. Warner looms on deck, top of the order for South Adams. The Stars need a bunch to keep this thing alive. And there's ball 4. 4-pitch walk.
Number 7.
Well, now would be a time for a little rollover here by Warner and twist it, and the Knights get out of here with their first win of the season in Game 1.
This is just such a tough start and an unexpected one for South Adams. I mean, this is one of their most lopsided losses in the last decade, going back all the way to 2010. This has been a historically really good program. Obviously, Norwell has been too, but it's a group that hasn't had the same tournament success the last handful of years. Last sectional championship came in 2017. Wave and a miss, back pick to first, they got him. Now that's an easy way to clear the bases as Connor Young caught too far off of first. And now the Knights are 1 strike away from their first win of the season.
And that's going to be a duo to watch, I think, the whole season. As Riley there to Josiah at first.
Well, I think it's looked really comfortable down there. Ground ball sent to short. This could do it. On a hop for Rocco Haynes. The throw across is strong, but it gets away from Leidig. And that's the second error of the game.
We'll take that.
As Haynes had that pretty low. It was pickable for Leidig. But that's great. You know, it really makes me look like I know what I'm talking about. It's kind of how the business works, I think. I don't know. I'm not in the business yet.
We're about ready to wrap this thing up, and not yet. A few more opportunities for Leighton Bailey to throw pitches here.
A.J. Dole, the hitter. Dole's had a frustrating day. He's had a lot of things to chase behind the plate and got rocked a little bit despite being a hard thrower on the mound. Fly ball sent to center. Drifting over is the left fielder Bustle. Graft instead takes it, and that ends the ball game. Norwell wins in the season opening contest 19-2 as South Adams is overwhelmed early and Norwell hustled away with this one. 13 hits for the Knights, Alex, as we put the finishing touches on.
Yeah, real good day for the Knights. They seen the ball pretty well at the plate, and finding a way to scratch across 19 runs in the opener has to feel pretty good. And if you're South Adams, you have a long week ahead of you, and so that could be a good or bad thing. You can dwell on the stuff that's kind of gone wrong today and carry that into your next game, or you get the opportunity to flush whatever happened today and try again. What is it, tomorrow or
They
Wednesday?
get tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow. So
that'd be the answer is yes to both of those questions.
Yeah. So
'cause tomorrow is Wednesday.
Yeah. So yeah, another good opportunity for South Adams, kind of flush what didn't go well for them today, and try to get their first win of the season tomorrow.
Just one hit, Alex, for South Adams today. They really struggled on both ends at the plate, facing a couple of sophomores who have never pitched in a varsity game. And it was, again, a struggling performance for South Adams today. The defense was shaky at times. The pitching all day had their moments where they had some really bad things happen on the mound. But, again, a surprising performance out of the gate for South Adams.
Yeah, and, if we think about the runs that came off of the balk by Bolin,
right?
Just trying to steal behind him in the error. So, again, South Adams not a great couple approaches there at the plate in any inning, really, from anybody. Really showing Bolin's strikeout stuff. They had a lot of swing and misses. And that's something that you have to try to get cleaned up here going into your schedule.
Now, very quickly, as we look at some of the final stats today, Norwell, 13 hits we mentioned as a group. Leighton Bailey had the performance of the day offensively, 3 of 4, with 3 singles and 6 driven in for Norwell. And the win goes to Brody Bolin, who pitched 3 solid innings. Leighton Bailey came in relief and was pretty good as well through just 20 pitches over 2 innings, 7 in the 4th and 13 in the 5th to close this thing down. A walk and a strikeout for him, 4 walks, 5 Ks for Brody Bolin, and, of course, just giving up that 1 hit, which was a leadoff double, who came around to score in the top of the 3rd. South Adams will have Arnold charged with the loss, but none of the pitching performances were anything to write home about for South Adams. They didn't have a lot of striking performances, although I was impressed with A.J. Dole. He's got the stuff to potentially be a guy they can use down the road and in the tournament, certainly in conference play. And offensively, of course, as mentioned, the only hit came from the DH, Dominic Kahn, today. Hour 56 minutes, our game time. Norwell wins 19-2 on a perfect day for baseball here at Norwell. That'll wrap things up. On behalf of Alex Howard and our owner, Scott and Dale Menser, along with our entire Wells County Voice crew, I'm Derek Decker saying so long and God bless.
We hope you enjoyed this broadcast of high school sports on the Voice Enterprises. Remember, none of this would be possible without the continued support of our sponsors. Please use their services whenever possible, and when you see them, tell them thank you. Join us again next time on the Voice